without talking about Mr. Joey Jordison. Hip flexors once. What a day. Okay. Actually, his hand was not like this, but he raised his arm like that. And some head clicking as well. Alrighty, drumming community, we are back with another Drum Teacher Reacts video. I cannot stop this video series without talking about Mr. Joey Jordison. He's one of the biggest influences for most of us rock and metal drummers, and I have to discuss him as well. So today I want to talk about two important aspects when it comes to Mr. Joey Jordison. Number one, we're gonna discuss how he was able to apply rudiments in a metal drumming context. So that's the first big topic we're gonna cover today while watching his videos. And the second big topic is his foot technique. Yes, we're gonna talk about hip flexors once. What a day. Okay. Yes, we're gonna talk about hip flexors one more time. All right, let's start with the first video. Have to stop already. As you can see in this one, he's sitting extremely low. So actually his hip joints are almost a bit lower than his knee joints when he's playing double bass, but more about that one a little later. Sitting really low. Yeah. Quad fill combinations, he's using them a lot, and actually he's using two types of quad fills most of the time. Quad fills or Portnoy fills. First one is two with hands, two with feet, so right, left, kick, kick, right, left, kick, kick. And second one he's using quite often is four with hands and two with feet. Right, left, kick. One thing that I would like to mention right here is that quad fills are used quite often, they are quite common. The great thing about Joe, and especially back in the days when they weren't that common, is that his quad fills sound so clean and tight. So when you are performing quad fills, you don't want to hit two things at the same time. So you don't want any unison hits between feet and hands like this, or flams like this. You want them to play them right one after another. And I know it's easy to play those quad fills really fast, but the real secret here is to play them extremely tight, and that's his big strength right here. Alright, so let's continue. Let me see your hand. Yeah, stick twirling as well, one of the first ones to do it in a metal context, like that. Alright, next thing, you know, Joey Jordison. It's not just his playing, it's also the visual aspect that he kind of took care of and took to the next level. I'm not talking about the mask right here, I'm talking about the stuff that he's doing right now. You know, when he's playing on the crash cymbal, usually when drummers play with the right hand on the crash cymbal, it looks something like this. In those days when Joey played with his right hand on the crash cymbal, actually his hand was not like this, but he raised his arm like that to give it a more aggressive look. So it looks totally different and it looks way more aggressive, which you kind of want in a metal context as well. Alright, let's continue. I feel like a wolf, like a gun, I'm fucking gun, I can't spit out. You know what I'm saying? Yes, let's talk about that one. Again, here you can see the hand position on the screen right now. So let's talk about the stuff that he's playing right here. In the beginning I mentioned rudiments, and now we're gonna dive right into it. What he's doing right here, between his right foot and left hand, actually he's playing a paradiddle combination. Regular paradiddle is, that's the basic sticking. He's dividing that sticking between right foot and left hand. And what he's doing basically in the beginning, he's always playing 3/4 of that sticking, of a full cycle of that sticking. So right, left, left, right, or kick, left, kick, left, kick. And in the end, he's playing the full circle. So it's kick, left, kick, left, left. On the drum kit altogether it sounds like. And my question to all you old school diehard Slipknot fans out there. Which Slipknot song also includes paradiddle stickings, regular paradiddles and inverted paradiddles? Gonna give you a couple of seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, who remembers this song or this sticking? And again, he's dividing the sticking, the paradiddle and inverted paradiddle sticking between right foot and left hand, and the sticking goes like this. So basically he's playing, the first part is a regular paradiddle, and after that he's switching to an inverted paradiddle. Yes, that's the song Purity from the self-titled record. Enough talking, Martin, let's continue with the clip. There you can see, you know, from the front view, this kind of hand position looks way more aggressive. Since we just see some double bass right here, hip joints lower than knee joints, let's discuss his foot technique, and for that we're gonna switch to the practice pad setup. Alright, welcome to the practice pad setup. So, some drummers love practice pads, some hate them. I really like them because they are such a useful tool to practice technique. Okay, so like mentioned before, Joe is sitting extremely low, hip joints lower than knee joints. What this does is that, you know, when you're playing double bass, it makes it kind of more exhausting to lift your whole leg like this using the muscle groups in your upper leg, especially the hip flexor. So, if you're sitting that low, your body, you know, is always trying to find a way to make it more easy for you to perform a certain movement. So if you're sitting that low, actually chances are high that you're gonna use way more lower leg, especially your calves, and you're gonna use less upper leg. So if I'm playing at a slow tempo like this, now this is a mix of upper and lower leg, works perfectly fine. As soon as I switch to a higher tempo, my body's gonna adapt and use less of hip flexors, muscle groups in the upper leg, and more of the muscle groups in my lower leg. Looks something like this. So one other big benefit of sitting so low is that it's kind of hard to lose touch with the footboard. So actually, you know, as you can see, my feet are always in touch with the footboard. And actually it would take a lot of energy to lift my legs off the pedal. Since my feet are always touching my footboards, I'm always staying balanced as well. So no problems with like losing balance, leaning forward or back. Another drummer that sits so low, just like Joey Jordis in this clip, is Dave Lombardo. So make sure to check out some of his YouTube videos. Actually, he's sitting extremely low as well, using mostly his lower leg, ankle technique, lots of power there. So now let's see an example of some double bass, switching from regular 16 notes to 16 note triplets. 3, 4. So again, for the 16 note triplets, I was just using the muscle groups in my lower leg. Now let's do the same thing, switching from 16 notes to 32nd notes. If you want to improve your double bass drumming technique, then make sure to check the link below to our free double bass masterclass. Lots of useful information in that one for all of you. Alright, that's it for this short technique demonstration. Now we're gonna head back to the drum kit and watch some more Joey Jordison clips. If you were able to solve the little quiz we had here on our blackboard, then make sure to comment the final word below. We're gonna pick a winner in one of our next YouTube tutorials, and the winner is gonna get a free hip flexor t-shirt sent to your home. If you weren't able to solve that puzzle right here, then just rewind and watch the last 2 minutes again. Pretty easy, and then comment below. Alright, now let's head back to the drum kit and let's keep on watching some Joey Jordison clips. I have to say it, wrist turning motion, French grip. Again, you can see that hand position, right hand on the crash, looks way more aggressive. I can't fucking hear you, London, make some noise! Again, quad fill combinations. All of them played extremely tight. And those toms are tuned extremely low, by the way. And some head picking as well. Actually, that was like 2002 or 2003, so Joey was so ahead of his time. Amazing. Did you see that hammer blast right here? You know, usually he's using, he's playing French grip. He's using a wrist turning motion and just a little bit of fingers. So with one foot. Here in this clip you can see maybe he's not really warmed up yet, that he's using not just a wrist turning motion, it looks more like an up and down motion of the forearm, which is really exhausting. Alright, let's continue. Here again, up and down motion. Get your fucking hands up! That one was really interesting. He switched from regular 16-note single strokes on the snare to doubles on the snare, and then back to 16-note triplets single strokes again on the snare. One bit of criticism that metal drummers get quite often is that we are mainly using single strokes, regular single strokes. But as you can see in this Joey Jordison clip, for example, you know, he's using singles, doubles, paradiddles, and that was just like the first song of the set. So no, metal drummers don't just use single strokes. Alright, enough of that, let's continue. Again, hand position out here. There in the front you can see this aggressive looking hand position. And I have to mention it again, French grip. Alright, let's continue. Alrighty. Alright, that's it for this first clip, and now we're gonna watch another short clip of Joey warming up without the mask. This one is taken from the Roadrunner United recording session, Roadrunner. You know, I have such a hard time pronouncing the letter R correctly, like Roadrunner, French grip. You know, in the German language, it's really easy, like Rammstein, easy word for me, but Roadrunner is kind of difficult. Alright, let's continue with Joey's clip right now. That sticking at the end, this sounds so great and it's so simple. So it's just right, right, left. Accent is on the left hand, triplets. He's using this sticking quite often as well, not just in this clip, but also on different Slipknot songs. If you want to take a deep dive into those triplet stickings, then make sure to check out the old VHS tape of Dave Weckl called, I think it's called Back to Basics, where he talks about different combinations like and so on. So make sure to check out that one. Lots of useful information in there. Alrighty. Amazingly tight quad fills or Portnoy fills. Here in this clip you can see that now he's sitting a bit higher, was recorded years later, and he's using more of his upper leg as well. And this is such a beautiful quad fill orchestration, so let's talk about that one real quick. So it's again 4 with hands and 2 with feet. But the orchestration makes this one really interesting, so let's play this one slow. Let's watch that one again. Amazing. In there you could always hear those short right, right, left combinations. What better way to finish this video than with a blast beat? Alright, Joey Jordis, thank you for the years of inspiration. I think you can hear it already. I'm one of his biggest fanboys right here in Austria. Alright, if you were able to solve our little quiz on the blackboard, make sure to comment that word below. If you weren't able, then just rewind the video, watch it again and comment below. We're gonna pick a winner next week and the winner gets a free Hip Flexor t-shirt sent directly to your home. If you're interested in taking your foot technique to the next level, then make sure to click the link below for the free double bass masterclass and sign up today. That's it, I'm out, have a great day. Cheers from Vienna, bye bye.